Hello, my name is Kane Munro, and today I'm talking about business and life advice in song lyrics. So just what are today's lyrics as the renovations go on and on and on? Just never stops, never stops. Now, if you're feeling that your life has been planned out for you because you haven't met that plan, then usually it's because of social expectations or comparisons, and don't get me started on those because I could talk about them all day. Or more likely than that, a plan that a previous version of you laid out for future you, probably from social expectations at that time, hasn't been met yet. You know those sort of things that, dumb 20-year-old you might actually have written down as a group of nebulous goals and attach some timelines to it, like, get promoted to manager by the time I'm 28, or be married by the time I'm 30, or have a mini-me, a child, by the time I'm 32, or buy a house by the time I'm, or if you live in a capital city of Australia, just good luck with that at the moment because the housing market is cuckoo out of control. Now, hand on my heart, younger Kane never made one of those lists for future Kane, and I'll be forever thankful to that dumb, drunk, naive bastard previous Kane for not creating this type of plan. Reason being, the problem with these plans they're just pointless. Your life and your outlook and even your values change so often and so much that previous you couldn't possibly begin to understand the personal situation that future you is operating in today. For one thing, external forces can basically wipe out a couple of years of your expected progress in the time it takes the World Health Organization to change guidance on wearing masks during a pandemic. And I'm giving COVID-19 a good hard stare right now. Now, none of us had any control over that outside force, and I'm sure it would have blown many a life plan off course or at least altered them. Also, life shouldn't be about checking things off a list, unless your life is simply a list of chores, which would be boring, or a shopping list, which would be delicious, of those sort of things you need to get to eat this week. Now, I do understand that checking items off a list might feel good. There's some satisfaction in it, but life should be about experiencing everything the world around you has to offer, both good and the not so good. This experiencing of the world should include doing some things spontaneously and not planning out every minute of every day of the rest of your life or even of the rest of your week. If I had followed a typical plan of a graduate accountant, there's simply no way I would have tried to switch divisions, which was actually a really difficult thing to do at the accounting firm where I was working. But this change of divisions in turn would have meant, if I hadn't have done it, would have meant that I would never have started outsourcing work, and ultimately I wouldn't be running the business that I'm running right now. Ditto, if I hadn't offered to help somebody out by becoming a producer of a finance show on student radio in my spare time while being that same accountant, back when I was much younger, I would never have met people who gave me the absolute confidence or some confidence in my own ability. None of this was in any plan. They just seemed like good ideas at the time to pursue. Being so narrowly focused on one plan can mean you might miss opportunities to try things that might actually be even better than what you're doing now. Now, that's all for this week. I'll be back with another lyric next week with some life or business advice in it. Until then, stay safe, stay well, and live your life with intention instead of one planned in minute by minute details. You'll be surprised where it can take you.